So you should actually enable your cookies and your pop-ups to conduct this test. Now there will be a manual verification again. This is to check your connection. Just wait and the system will check for your internet connection. And when it turns to green, just click on to the proceed and then move on to the next one. So this is again, they are checking your headphones because you will have to speak to the microphone. So they will check your volume, your mic adjustments, and they will ask you to proceed. Then click on the green box and you can proceed to the next one. So this is where you have to ensure that your voice is clearly captured. So as it is said that repeat the following phrase 3 times. So you have to say 1, 2, 3, 4 3 times. So the system will check your voice and then it will move on to further applications. So this is the test again where you have to be really quiet. If there are any external noises, your voice will not be recorded and your scores will not be reflected. So therefore, please sit in a noise-free room. So these are again some instructions which you have to read, like you have to speak naturally, no accents, just your own words and your own accent will be enough. And then click on the next button and you can move on to the next page, which is the starting of your test. As you can see, the first section is reading. You can see the black box, which is the IVR. It will say things and the maroon one is your own box. So this is how your test page will look like. So moving on to the Versant test. So I have told earlier, the Versant test has 6 sections and it is for 17 to 22 minutes. So the first section is reading, which will have 8 questions. There will be 10 to 12 sentences visible in your screen. And the IVR will ask you to read any of those sentences. For example, you will hear a voice saying that read the fourth sentence. And you are supposed to look into the screen and read the fourth sentence that is shown in the screen. The second section is repeating. There will be 16 questions. You have to repeat whatever the IVR says in your own accent. The voice that you hear will be of any accent like Australian or American. And you do not have to copy it. Just repeat the sentence in your own way. For example, the IVR says you will listen to a voice saying, leave town on the next train. You just have to repeat it like, leave town on the next train. Just repeat whatever you heard. The third section is one answer type question or the simple questions. There will be a total of 24 questions in this. The IVR will ask you simple questions like where do you drink water from, a bottle or a newspaper. You just have to answer in a single word, that is bottle. And the fourth section is sentence build, which is jumbled sentences and consisting of 10 questions. The IVR will say out jumbled words. You have to rearrange and say it in a proper manner. For example, the IVR says, was reading my mother her favorite magazine. So you will hear these voices and you have to rearrange it and say back to your mic, my mother was reading her favorite magazine. And the fifth section is storytelling. There will be a total of 3 questions in this. In this, you will have to summarize or retell each of these stories. That is, you will listen to 3 stories and you have to retell it, brief it in your own words. That would be enough. And the sixth section is the open questions. It is kind of like an extember where you will be given a topic and you should speak on it. Please note that only in this section the question will be repeated twice. After which you will hear a beep sound which indicates that you should start speaking on the topic that is given to you. And at the end of 20 seconds, you will again receive a beep sound which indicates that you should stop speaking. For example, the IVR will ask, what is your opinion on work life balance? Then it will repeat it again. And when you hear a beep sound, start speaking about it. And when you will hear again a beep sound. That is when you have to stop speaking. So there will be 2 questions like this in total. And for each topic, you will get 20 seconds. So this marks the end of the Versant test. And all those who cleared will be taken to the CoCubes test. And before that, this is the screen that you will see if you have cleared the test. That it says, congratulations, you are eligible for the next test. And if you do not, it takes you to another page called as sorry, you are not eligible. And if you see any other screens other than these two, just inform your placement officer and we will do the necessary actions. Do not worry, you will be getting back. We will be getting back to your placement officers. So once you have cleared the Versant test, there will be again the same online proctoring test that you have to agree on to. You can see the box again. You should have to agree onto the box and then click on next. And again, there will be the camera, microphone, browser, internet speed check. Again, you will have to click a selfie and then click on to next. So this is the page of your CoCube test. So when you click on the start now, you will be taken to the test, which consists of three areas: accounting, logical reasoning, and Excel. So there is 30 questions for accounting, 30 for logical reasoning, and 15 for Excel. Therefore, there will be a total of 75 questions which you will have to complete within 75 minutes. Please note that calculators are not allowed. The questions will be of MCQ times and there will be no negative marks. If you finish your test before 75 minutes, you can review your answer. Once completed, you can click on submit. And the whole test process is completed. So overall, it takes about maximum of 2 hours for the whole test to wrap up. So this is from my end. And also just note the fact that you should do all the registrations and the exams before 17th of September, 5 p.m. I repeat, you should complete your tests and all the registrations before 17th of September, 5 p.m. Sujit, do I have to add anything?
Nothing, Indu. Thank you so much for that brief. I really appreciate your time. Guys, if you have any questions, you can shoot the questions now. We are open for the questions.
Hi, sir. Good day. Good afternoon.
Whoever is speaking, can you speak a little louder? We can't hear
Yes,
you.
sir. Yeah, sir. My name is Sahana.
Sahana, please tell me.
Sir, can we use a pen and paper for the Versantine test?
You will not have that much time to use it, Sahana. We do not recommend. While you're noting down, you might be skipping some questions. So we don't recommend for any kind of pen and paper for Versit.
Thank you, sir.
Next question, please. Okay. All right. So, for example, you are taking the test and middle of the test you have a power cut or internet failure due to any you can you need not to worry at all. Once your power is back, once the internet is stable, you can click on the same link again, and wherever the test stopped, it will start from there. So it will not hamper any kind of a process or a testing process concern. So for example, in Versant, you have done section 2 and then there is a power cut. It will start from the place where it left. But you need to just do the process again. Like you need to click the link and you need to do the entire video verification process, everything again. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ankit Kumar Mishra.
Okay.
So my question is, can we use pen paper in the logical reasoning because
Yeah, you
calculators are
can
not
use pen
allowed?
and paper. You can use pen and paper in the CoCube session, but no calculators.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good
So my
afternoon.
name is Tanya.
Tanya, please
So
tell me.
as we know, yeah. So as we know that first we are having the Versant, and then we'll be redirected to the CoCubes. So the thing is, can we have a gap of 5 minutes? Like, can we take that gap, or is
No,
it like we have to like do
no,
it?
no, no. You will not have any gap once you are done with the test. Within 1 to 2 moving CoCubes, you need to continue the process. So that's the reason we said at a stretch is 2 hours to complete this test. It's only 2 hours you need to spend on it.
Okay, okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, I consider there is no more questions. I can wrap up this call.